Well, here's George Bush and Eleanor Roosevelt. Okay, now this is to the Franklin Roosevelt wife. Okay. Oh my God! What is that, like 15 times? Yeah. Okay. Here's Rutherford B. Hayes, 19th president. See how many times? Oh, only 6. Only 6 times. Oh, okay, so let's do a vice president. Let's switch it up here. James Sherman. Yeah, that's not a monarchy. That's, nah. It's usually, all the presidents are supposed to be related 30 different ways. That's how democracy works, right? Here's President Franklin Pierce's wife, Jane. Let's see how. Yeah, that's definitely not a monarchy. You're right. I'm an idiot and you're a genius. Okay, there you go. You're right. Obviously you're right. Because I look like a fool now. Here's William Rutherford Day, Rufus Day, 36th U.S. Secretary of State. Just to show you, it's not, like I said, it's the U.S. Supreme Courts, the Secretary of State, Defense, Secretary of War, all of them, presidents, vice presidents, the wives. Look at that! Come on! Really? Come on! Okay. I'm in here. Okay, well, this is one of the 7 kings, right? Well, it's a woman, so it's a queen. This is one of the 7 kings that all the monarchies lead back to, all the presidents, all the whatevers, right? Let's see how many times he's related to her. Oh my God, what is that, 15 times, 12 times? But no, he's not part of no monarchy, though. That would be crazy. Only crazy people would say that, right? Okay, why isn't this working? Okay, well, let's do then let's move it around here. Let's do it some rich people like Bill Gates, right? Let's see they can't be related 50 different ways. No. Only 6 ways. You're right. It's not a matriarch. I mean, it's not a monarchy, because that's only 6. Cause that's normal to be related 6 different ways to another human being. that's totally normal. And again, here's him, George H.W. Bush, how many times he's related to his wife. Look at that. Huh. That's not a monarchy, huh? It's not a monarchy. Here's George Bush and the 22nd and 24th U.S. President, Grover Cleveland. And I think I did his wife, too. Grover Cleveland's wife. Here's Grover Cleveland. Really? Come on, man. Please, come on, look at this. Look at this. This isn't a monarchy? Here's Theodore Roosevelt, the 26th president. We already did his kin, FDR. Let's see about Theodore. Nope, only 7 times. Here's Gerald Ford. Okay. That's 20 times related, but okay, let's do a war guy. Right? Let's say General Douglas MacArthur. Look at that. What is it? He's related like 15 times. What is this? Here's such. Look at it. Even the queens and kings over in England. The Boris, whatever his name was, that was the president, and this prime minister here too, president. Okay, this is Sir Winston Churchill. Churchill. Really? Come on, man. He's related to Winston Churchill this many times, and that's an incomplete list. Like, come on, man. Nelson Rockefeller was Gerald Ford's vice president, 41st U.S. vice president. Let's see how many times he's related to him. Holy crap. What is that, like 15 times? Jeez. Okay, how about this? George H.W. Bush was the CIA director who investigated Nixon and investigated the CIA and investigated the JFK assassination. Okay, Gerald Ford put him in charge of the CIA. He was the director of the CIA. Now let's look at this other director of the CIA. He's the 5th director of this CIA. His name is Alan Dulles. Let's see how many times. These two unrelated, okay, CIA directors. Let's see how they're related. How many times? Holy crap, how long is this list? Oh my God, look at that. Do you see that? Those are the two CIA. Those are two CIA directors. Do you see how they're related 30 times? Here's Marilyn Monroe, the woman who was the girlfriend of the JFK that got shot in the head. And this guy, George Bush, he investigated it. Let's see how he's related to her. Let's see how many times. Oh my God, what is that? 20, 25 times? What is this? Is it never going to end? I'm already up to like 1,000 names of presidents, vice presidents, secretary of states, congressmen, CIA directors, this, that. Okay. I'm not going to stop until I have a list that's 10,000 people. Will you believe me then when it's 10,000 people? Here's George H.W. Bush and his own wife. How many times are you related to your wife? Huh? How many times? Is this normal behavior? Look at this. What is this, 20 times? He's related to his wife like, what is that? Here, let me see. It's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 times he's related to his wife. And that's an incomplete list. Hey, but it's not, just because he acts like a king and a queen when they marry and stuff, don't mean it doesn't mean it's a monarchy. How about Richard Nixon, the guy he investigated? That's why Gerald Ford put him in the CIA. All three of them related. only 5 times. So here's Herbert Hoover, the 31st president of the United States. Oh my God. How many times is that? But then I think we already did this one. This is Eisenhower's wife and George Bush. What is that? 12 times? Let's see here. How about Nancy Reagan? Remember how George Bush used to be the vice president under Reagan, and Reagan got shot in the head? Yeah. John Hinckley is related to this guy like 10 different ways. Okay. The guy who shot Reagan. Also, Jodie Foster is related to this guy 100 different ways. Why John Hinckley tried to kill Reagan was because he thought he would impress Jodie Foster. They're all related 10 different ways. And here's the wife of Ronald Reagan. Okay. How many times is Nancy Reagan related to George H.W. Bush? Oh, only 5 times. Okay, well that's normal. Here's Jodie Foster. Oh, he's related 3 times to Jodie Foster. Oh my God. Here's Boris Johnson, the president, our president, and the UK's president. He's related like 15 different ways. Here's George Washington, the first president of the United States. How's he related to George Bush? How many ways? Oh my God. What is that? What is this? This is like 30 times? Is that literally 30 times? I don't know. I'm not going to count it. How about George Bush and the Crown Princess of Greece? Okay. This woman isn't even, she ain't even part of the UK. Let's see how many times he's related to her. Oh, 7 times. Yeah, it's not about no monarchy. 7, that's normal. That's normal. Barack Obama. How many times is he related to Barack Obama? 3 times? This is about the biggest lie I have ever seen. See, the more they get into the recent times, the more they lie about how much they're related to each other. First of all, they're related 50 million times, just like every other president is. But these two are first cousins, okay? I see it says here, 10th cousin, and 18th cousin, okay? First of all, it's common knowledge they're like 7th or 8th cousins. That's all, or something like that. Everyone knows that. But the first cousin thing, yeah, George H.W. Bush's first cousin had a kid, and that kid had Obama. Yeah. So that makes Obama and George Bush first cousins. First cousins. First cousins that also have the same 7 grandparents from 1,000 years ago that are all the first 7 kings of everything in the world. But just a quinky dink, all these people have that same bloodline, royal bloodline, going back to 7 kings, the same 7 kings. They all have the same 7 grandparents. And they're all kings, the first kings. But it's just a coincidence. Well, let's look at Elizabeth II. Okay, this is Prince Charles III, who's king right now. This is his mother, who used to rule the UK. Like what? She just died like 5 years ago or something like that, or a couple years ago. She ruled for what, 50 years or something in England? Let's see if he can't be related to her because he's not part of no monarchy. Let's see. Let's scroll. What the hell? Oh my God! Are you seeing this? Are you seeing how many people are on this list? Are you seeing this? He's not part of a monarchy. He is literally related 30 different ways to Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Charles, the current King of England, Charles III. Thomas Jefferson, the third president. Also, keep in mind, all the signers of the Declaration of Independence, all the signers of the U.S. Constitution, all the signers of the Magna Carta. Magna Carta is basically the rules set up for how a democracy is going to be run in England. Yeah, all of them, all those people, all have related to the same 7 kings 1,000 years ago. All our presidents, all our kings that are in the monarchy in England, all our government in the... whatever. Here's Thomas Jefferson. Obviously, he's not going to be related. No 50 million. Oh, yeah, he is, I guess. I guess he is. Yep, yeah, he is. How about, let's see this next one. Who is this? James Madison, another president. I did George Washington. I did John Adams. I did James Madison. I've done Thomas Jefferson. I've done all the first presidents. You know what I mean? Like the first 4 presidents. Here's one of them. This is number 4th U.S. president. Look at that. Look at that. It's like 20 times. He's related to them. To all the people that created our government, he's related to them 20 different times. Here's George Clinton, the 4th U.S. vice president. Come on, man. Look at that. Come on. Do you see that? Are you seeing this? That was like 16, 15 people, 15 ways they're related. Really? All right, let's go back to the... And remember, Meghan Markle was really nobody that... I mean, I think she was royal, but she wasn't like real royal. And look at this. George H.W. Bush, he's related to her, what, 5, 6... Wait, how many times? Oh, my. 8 times he's related to her. 8 different ways. Meghan Markle. And the Queen, to everybody. Who's this? Alexander Hamilton. Remember, he got shot by Aaron Burr, who's also related. They're both related to George Bush. Same with John Hinckley. Same with John Wilkes Booth. All the assassins in our history. You know, Lee Harvey Oswald. Yeah, they're all related to George Bush. They're all related. They go back to these 7 kings. Alexander Hamilton, let's see how many times. Only 6 times. Okay, so George H.W. Bush and Jimmy Carter. Well, they're related 5 different ways. Okay, here. He's the guy who wrote Brave New World. Okay, I'm going to do a video on that soon. Aldous Huxley and George H.W. Bush. How are they related? How many times? What is that, 9 times? Here's a family relationship of John Wilkes Booth, the guy who shot Abraham Lincoln, and George H.W. Bush. Here's John Booth, right? He's the 13th great-grandfather to George Bush. He got a direct line to him. Look at this. These are the names going through to him, right? All the way down. 13 generations or whatever, until you get to George H.W. Bush. Yeah. It's his grandfather. Not only are the 7 kings his grandfather, but also John Wilkes Booth is George H.W. Bush. You know, he's a grandson to John Wilkes Booth. Whatever. That's just a coincidence, man. Here, how about John Hinckley? Remember I said he's related to... I showed you how he's related 3 ways to Jodie Foster, 10 ways to, you know, Nancy Reagan or whatever it was. You know, everyone involved. Let's see, how's he related to John Hinckley Jr.? How many different ways? Oh my God, 5 ways. Okay, well that's not strange that the guy who shot Reagan, well, the vice president was George H.W. Bush, the assassin. They were related 5 different ways. Yeah, that's common. That's nothing weird. That's totally normal, man. Obviously, come on, that's normal. I mean, why wouldn't that be normal?